Hello and welcome. Today we're going to check out the phenomenal Legoland Hotel in California. This thing has loads and loads on offer. We've got lots of bits and pieces to have a look at on the inside and the outside of the hotel, day and night. So you get to see all the models lit up as well as the video goes through. So we've got lots and lots to have a look at in just under 15 minutes. But you can just see how beautiful the weather was. So you can see now we are right at the entrance of the hotel. The car park is directly behind us and we get meted and greeted by the big famous dragon and a couple of different characters on each leg. So I think each hotel might have its own leg, if that makes sense. So each model is slightly different depending on what hotel you go to, because some of them I don't think I recognise from any of the other hotels. But as we get into the actual main building, you can see that this has a huge model on display. Now this is from the Lego Masters TV show, and it is a beautiful looking thing. So I wonder if they rotate this about, because they also have a couple of the Lego Masters models on display in the brick factory. So they're dotted around sort of at the entrance and the exit as you come out. They're sort of hidden, but if you look for them, you can see them, and they have one of these plaques on, which is the Lego Masters plaque. So it's really nice to see these in person. This is obviously from, I would imagine, the American TV show, where I've seen a couple of them from Billund, where I've seen the Denmark one, and also I've seen a couple of the others from Germany as well, I do believe. So I'm quite spoilt with the amount of models that I've seen, and to see this in person, it was absolutely enormous. There was so much going on with it, tons and tons of minifigures. It's a shame I didn't have my other camera with me to zoom in on everything, because there was just a lot to soak in, but you couldn't get round the back because this was higher up than where you can see the Lego bricks through the plexiglass. But there's a lot to see on this, so if you are coming down to sit down and grab a bite to eat, you do have a lot to have a look at in all of the different rooms, and we've got loads and loads of minifigures to have a look at later on as well, which is never a bad thing. Now, with regards to bigger models, they do have these dotted all over the place, just like they've got in Billund and Windsor, and obviously Dubai as well. But what they have got a couple of different types of ones dotted around. So you can see this one's on its cart, and then they have a big Ninjago character. But they've also got the really nice seating area on the outside, where they do have some more models in there. A little play area out there, if I remember rightly. And then that does look really nice lit up. So you can just walk through straight through that side gate, and then you can get straight to the entrance of the park. Now that is the hotel, Castle Hotel, and that is the Legoland Hotel. That's how close they are together. They are both absolutely enormous, as you can see, and each one of them has a lot of models on the outside, which is what we're going to be having a look at now. So we are going over to the castle side, so we are making our way over to the entrance of the park, and again, you are spoilt for choice for photo opportunities, and you can see all the windows in the background. I do believe that is where the big Lego Castle restaurant is, but you can see you've got the really nice horse. Some of these models I don't think I've seen before by any of the hotels or in the Legoland parks before either. Now this is a bit of a shame, because they were just getting ready to open up the Lego Castle Hotel the following week when the little ones broke up from school. So they were in the process, I do believe, of getting all the Christmas decorations up at the time I was there. But you can see they had all of the nice models, and you can see we are now at the entrance of the Castle Hotel. So we're down by the side of it. So to the right hand side, that is where the California or the Legoland Hotel is, whereas the Castle Hotel is just huge. But as you walk up, obviously the doors have all been covered over. You do have the models on the front which do work, so they do speak to you as you come in, and that's obviously a really nice touch. Every time you walk through the door, the trumpet and things will play, and it's just a nice thing to hear. But they were doing quite a bit of work on the inside of it, because you could see them working on the inside of it as you were leaving, because obviously they turned all the lights on at night as you were walking by, and there was an army of people getting all the bits and pieces together. But you can see all the decorations that are up in there. I would have loved to have got in there. It looked amazing. You can see the little reception desk, you can see the beautiful little Christmas tree, and then you can see all the building area and the wizard and everything to the right hand side. So it was a completely different layout. I've never seen that layout in one of the castle hotels before, but it's just such a shame that I couldn't get in there and have a look. But again, it is what it is, just the wrong time of year. But you do have all of these models to have a look at anyway. So we've still got a couple of more of these models to have a look at on the outside, and then we'll ping over to the other side, which is obviously the main Lego hotel. They've got some models over there, and then we'll check out some more models on the inside of both. But the entrance from where I'm stood, you can see the entrance to the main Lego park. So you are so close from both hotels to where it is that you need to go. And from the car park, it's quite a nice walk as well. It's easy enough, but you can see in the distance where you've got all those hills, all the darkness and all the tarmac and the concrete and everything in front of that, that is all parking. So there is a huge amount of parking for this Legoland park, and obviously the hotels as well, as you can fully well imagine. Again, in the distance, you can see just how much there is on offer. So with regards to how they actually place the different hotels, they are always quite close together, but they do seem to, with regards to the actual like resorts, they do seem to have them a little bit further afield. But this is the castle lit up at night. How beautiful does that look? So we're back to the side view now. So we're just past the front door. We're back by the models for reference of what we've already filmed during the day. And I think it looks gorgeous lit up at night. You can see again, the car park's all safe and sound. You've got the really, really nice lights all from both hotels. And it's super, super easy to see. It's just a shame that it didn't quite get dark enough to enjoy everything lit up at night within the actual park. But I did still see some of the Miniland at night, and it did look very, very good, just as you're having to leave, because obviously because of the hours and things like that. So if it was maybe a week or two after, it might have just been that little bit darker where you could have enjoyed the park at night. But these are the models on the actual main hotel side, or just the Lego hotel side. It's not the main hotel, because both of them are absolutely phenomenal. But you can see you've got all the really nice artwork in the windows, and you've got like, that's a little play area, I do believe, just for the little ones. And then back on the inside where you've got the reception, you've got all of these models as well. Now the nice thing about both of the hotels, I would imagine I'm saying both of the hotels, is that they've got all of the really nice artwork up on the walls as well. You can see you've got all the really bright colours, and they've even got bits and pieces up on the ceiling and the roof. And you can see you've got the nice dragon. So Ollie the dragon follows us all over the place. He goes from theme park to theme park. But again, if you look up, they have some really nice bits and pieces up there, just like they've got in the actual main shop as well. But if you follow it all the way around and you are in between the seating area, you still have some really nice photo opportunities to pick from. And again, don't forget, this was filmed at Christmas time, hence why all the Christmas decorations are there. I was there at the end of November when this was filmed. But the dragon itself looks very, very impressive. So as you first come in through the doors, I do believe this is the first thing you see. And there is a little shop to the left-hand side. There's not that many areas to really speak to people, but there is lots and lots of staff about, because they are basically now going a lot of self-service. So like they have just started to do at the hotel in Billund, where they have added in that area, and I think they've made the reception desk that little bit smaller. Here, they've taken the reception desk out pretty much completely, and they just had that little area in the corner where there's one or two people helping. But when it was busy, like it is now, it might not look like it's busy, but where I was busy. This is obviously the main restaurant that is yet to open, because the park has just closed. They have yet to open this up. And again, you can see all the models and everything on there, and there's lots and lots of areas. All the staff were helping everybody check in and sign in, which is always nice and easy. And it just keeps it nice and simple. But again, with regards to this restaurant, they've obviously got one of these in the other hotels that I've been to, with regards to Billund and Windsor and all the others as well. But they do have the same theming, but they are all different models. But this is a really, really nice area to eat, where you can have an all-you-can-eat buffet breakfast, and then I think you can have almost like a pick and mix style dinner if you wanted to, almost like a buffet style dinner on the evening on this side. And if it's the same over here, the actual castle is off a set menu. So there is differences between the two restaurants as well, because I have done that. I've done both of those in Windsor. Now, with regards to all the artwork on the walls, there's lots of them. You can see all the picture frames and everything are also all made out of the actual Lego bricks, which is really nice to see. And you've got some little Easter eggs in all the different picture frames. So I was just torpedoing up the one side, torpedo back down the other side. And you can see the elevators and the lifts. They've got all the really nice artwork on the doors, so that it's very, very heavily themed, and it does look very, very good. So you've got the maps and everything if you need to see where you're going to just before you get out of the hotel. And at the time there, look, it did say the new bit in the Miniland was San Diego, and that did look very, very impressive. Now, there is a full Miniland tour already up and available on the channel from here, and also other places all around the world. So again, if you are into that kind of thing, you are spoilt for choice, because it has its own playlist that you can pick from. Now, coming back down the other side of the wall, you've got these cool things here. So they've just put the heads in a big picture frame, and I think it does look very effective. And again, if you wanted to, this would be a good photo opportunity for anybody if you needed it. And going into a slightly different restaurant, I do believe this is more the adult type restaurant, whereas in Windsor they have it separated. Here they've got them quite close together to all the others. You have these huge, huge scale buildings. Again, there's a lot of Easter eggs on these, so if you take a lot of time and have a look at the different characters and everything that are on the roof, there's a lot going on with it. So you can see you've got all the minifigures on the rooftops, you've got people being chased, and then you've got them all in the balconies and everything like that as well. Now, I was running out of battery. This is my last battery of the day, and it was about to die. And then I realised I had my phone in my pocket, which was stupid. So I slowed back down again and got some more filming done. But this is why this is going a little bit on the quick side, because I just wanted to get the scale of just how big everything was here. Yes, that was a diving board. Yes, you have got the lights on, and there are some really cool bits and pieces on the balconies just there. There are so many minifigures here. The scale of these buildings are absolutely enormous, and this is a different take on the structure and the layout of the one that they got in Windsor, because I think the one in Windsor, it goes up, whereas this one is just in a more of a long line. So each hotel have something completely different on offer as well, and it's obviously really nice to soak everything in. Now, phone footage, there we go, smooth changeover. We have got the CMF minifigures on the wall behind all the different tables. This was really nice to see, because this is actually how I was first introduced to the CMF minifigures, staying at one of the Legoland hotels, because I went through a dark age and didn't realize there were already maybe 5 series in at that point. So they had the first 5 out. So they are obviously the Lego Movie CMF minifigures, if you can see them, because there's Emmett in the middle, and then they've kind of then just mixed and matched loads of them up. So they started off as series, and now they've just mixed them up together. So I recognise the boxer. I think I've got most of those that we're looking at now. You've got the one with the lumberjack axe. You've got the little clown. In fact, I have every single one of those that we're looking at, because that's the one with the green dragon in. So some of the series are fully complete in these, and some of them aren't. The only thing it was missing is letting you know what series these were from. That would have been quite handy if they just had like a little plaque somewhere to let people know. But I would imagine they might rotate them over quite a lot. But if you've got the Statue of Liberty, let me know. If you've got the sleepyhead with the teddy bear, I've got the robot. In fact, I think I've got all of that series as well. They are good looking figures, but there was so many of them dotted around. This was the most I'd seen in a hotel environment, which was nice, because it was nice just to soak them in. So if you are a minifigure collector and you had missed some, at least you know what you are looking for, because I think they had they must have had at least 10 series here. I don't know what one they stopped at Windsor. I don't know if they just stopped at maybe series 1 to 6 or maybe 1 to 8. So again, if you know what you're looking for, then please let us know, because if you are a big fan and collector of those minifigures, then it is definitely a place to come in and have a look. Now, they do have a shop. It's a teeny tiny one, but it packs a punch. They've got lots of different bits and pieces in here, but they didn't have any of the exclusive. So obviously you can pick up some sort of exclusive sets to each park or in the hotels as well. They do have the Legoland exclusives, but that is the only ones that they had here. But you can see they've got more teddy bear based stuff and more of the swords and shields. They had a higher volume of that. They also did have a little BAM section. So you can see you get 3 minifigures there for $14.99, and then also you got plus the tax on top of that. But if you did not manage to get anything from inside the Legoland park, at least you can get it from here. And then they obviously heavily themed for all of the Christmas bits and pieces. So some of these were hard to find. You can see you've got the Holidays of Hogwarts, which I do believe has an exclusive minifigure in that book. And these are the exclusive sets up top. And then you just got the more generic keyrings. And then you're coming into the exclusive theme park sets themselves. But for actual main quantity of sets, this was I was surprised to see. I have never ever seen these in hand before. They are the Hallmark experience stuff. Now, I said there was no exclusives to this store, and I completely lied, because that is the exclusive to this store. And they also had the puzzle underneath. I have never seen that in any other Legoland park before. So I'm not too sure how they've managed to get that in there, or if that is just a new thing that they're going to be doing at all the other hotels as well. So if you have seen them in person, then please let me know in that comment section below, because like I said, that is the first time I have ever seen that. But guys, that is it. I am done. Hopefully you've enjoyed that super quick short tour of everything. This is one of the car parks as we're walking to the Lego Castle. But if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.